These days, a lot of time and resources are being put into research for renewable energy. It includes solar, wind, tidal, geothermal, etc. When it comes to transportation, the world is slowly shifting from gasoline cars to electric vehicles. Between so many companies working on EVs, there's one company that is capturing the Chinese market. In the dynamic world of electric-powered vehicles, one of the names that stands out is Build Your Dreams, BYD. This company was founded in 1995 by a young man named Wang Chuanfu to manufacture rechargeable batteries. Over the years, the company expanded into various industries, including electric vehicles, and became a significant player in the global EV market. This company got so big that it left Elon Musk's Tesla behind and offered a vast range of electric cars, buses, and even trucks. Early life. During the 60s and 70s, which is around the time Wang Chuanfu was born, it was also when China went through a series of political and economic changes, which included the Cultural Revolution. It is most likely that growing up in these times influenced Wang Chuanfu's perspective and approach to entrepreneurship. So, those crazy times probably had a hand in making him the innovative thinker he turned out to be. Wang went to college at Central South University in China, where he studied chemical engineering and learned to mix math with science and problem solving to improve things. And he got really good at it, since chemical engineering is the kind of study where you have to figure out how to make raw materials into practical products. Chemical engineers develop processes where energy flows better and smoother for maximum efficiency by determining how to make materials work better together. Then Wang worked as a researcher in a technical university in the early 90s, and his area of expertise? It was batteries. This experience gave him a good overview of what battery production looks like. It helped him see the fantastic potential in the market and the option to do things better himself. He then found an investor to invest in his product and moved to Shenzhen to set up his own company. The journey. But why did he move all the way to Shenzhen? During the 70s, Shenzhen was just a village that had yet to develop. It was in 1979 that the government announced Shenzhen as a special economic zone to experiment with capitalism. Around 10 million people lived there when Wang moved there in 1995. Today's population is approximately 15 million. During that time, Japan was producing batteries, and as we all know, batteries are in high demand. Everything from cell phones to laptops uses these batteries, you name it. So Wang went on to make rechargeable mobile phone batteries, supplying to different mobile phone companies that were both extremely reliable and affordable. It is because apart from his knowledge and experience of how a battery works, Shenzhen was a place that was known for cheap labor. Wang was wise. Instead of buying expensive machinery to automate his production, he hired thousands of employees to work on making both lithium and nickel metal hydride batteries. The company was making profits, and things were looking great. But in January 2003, the share price of BYD suddenly collapsed because Wang decided to buy Zhan Qingwan Automobile Company. Wang had a gift of reading businesses like no one else and could think long term. Wang bought the tiny car manufacturer in the northern province of Shanxi in hopes of expanding his business. However, many stakeholders and partners of his company disagreed with his vision of a huge growth market and a possible outlet for his batteries, but they turned out to be wrong. In the 2000s, there were huge concerns about air pollution, climate change, and the environmental impact of traditional internal combustion engine vehicles all around the world. There was a trend among the people to save the planet, and they were finding a way to move to a cleaner and more sustainable option instead. So naturally, many manufacturers started developing catalytic converters and other ways to stop these harmful emissions from flowing out. While companies were going through that, Wang wanted to completely move away from gasoline cars and swap the combustion engine with a battery. Wang saw his chance and got in early. The Chinese government realized these traditional cars were causing major environmental and energy problems and wanted to fix the issue immediately. The government started giving perks to whoever would invest in the electric car industry, hoping to attract more investors. They even gave out tax breaks to the public so people would start buying more electric cars and ditch their gasoline cars. There are standards set in place that every car needs to meet, which means more research, innovation, and cost. An electric vehicle won't have to worry about meeting some of the standards because they don't have an exhaust pipe, hence no chemical emissions, and they automatically meet the emission test condition. Then the government would even pay you to research and devise ways to maximize an electric vehicle's output. They even went ahead and set up charging stations throughout cities so that people won't have to worry about their car batteries running low and could quickly top up. So Wang took his chance and got a massive piece of land funded by the government and some loans at very low interest rates. He bought Qingchuan Automobile, later renamed BYD Automobile, in January 2003. The expansion. At first, when Wang acquired Qingchuan Auto, the company was still making old gasoline-powered cars, but he wanted to take his battery business to the next level. The first change the company went under was to change the name from Qingchuan Auto to BYD AutoCo Ltd. to align this company with its parent company. By acquiring this name, BYD now had the manufacturing base, industry expertise, and a foothold in the traditional automobile market, which gave BYD an advantage. It wasn't until 2008 that the company launched its first electric vehicle. In the same year, Warren Buffett's company Berkshire Hathaway bought 225 million shares of BYD stocks for about $230 million, equivalent to roughly 20% of the stock listed in Hong Kong. That investment would be worth a whopping $7 billion today. Charles Munger, vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, was critical to investment in BYD. He called Wang a combination of Thomas Edison and Jack Welch in an interview with Fortune. Things changed in 2008, and the company took a step towards manufacturing electric vehicles, showing this, that it is committed to cleaner and more sustainable transportation solutions. The same year, the F3DM plug-in hybrid sedan was introduced. F3DM stands for dual mode. This plug-in hybrid sedan marked BYD's first ever step into the electric vehicle market. Its primary selling point was its ability to work in electric and hybrid modes, using electric power from the battery and gasoline. For the battery, they used a huge lithium-ion battery that people can charge by plugging it into an electrical outlet. The lithium battery would take the car to a certain range, after which the engine would take over and extend its range further. It was a crucial milestone for the company because it planted BYD as an early adopter of electric vehicle technology, a position that the company has continued to hold as it expanded its electric vehicle lineup and played a crucial role in the global electric vehicle revolution. By 2010, another milestone was achieved by the company, and it went on to go fully electric. They introduced the BYD E6, which was an all-electric, multi-purpose vehicle. It was one of the first fully electric vehicles made by the company that gained a lot of attention because it offered a lot of space inside the interior and would go a lot longer on a single charge compared to its competitors at that time. The E6 targeted the taxi and fleet markets due to its roomy interior and potential for cost savings in terms of fuel and maintenance. The vehicle's electric powertrain was there, so there were no more emissions. After the success of E6, the company pushed further and launched the E-Bus series. As time goes, electric buses became popular in the market. This achievement was impressive, but as other manufacturers started coming in, BYD had a few problems. Stacking up against competition. The problems were mainly due to the quality of their cars, or lack thereof. Back in the early days of making electric cars, BYD faced some haters who weren't too impressed with the quality of their vehicles. For some people, small details matter, and they usually complain about its fit and finish, which are slightly off, so BYD kicked into gear and worked on the quality of their product. BYD dominated the Chinese market, but people weren't aware of the brand when it was time to go international. While other companies were already in the market, BYD had to make a statement and be known as a threat to the other companies. BYD started showing up in auto shows and patterned up with marketing firms to make their product known. But then, there was a question they had to answer. How far can their electric vehicles go? The number one thing people would like to change about electric cars is their offer range and the time they take to charge. Then again, there aren't many charging stations around, so why move from a gasoline car to an electric vehicle in the first place? BYD answered with their Blade battery solution, which is beyond impressive. You won't lose power because of heat. BYD, now and beyond. Today, BYD is a major player in the world of electric vehicles, and they're busy manufacturing different kinds of electric cars, buses, and trucks, with almost 2 million units manufactured in 2022. They are the ones who fit their vehicles with a blade battery that makes these cars much more efficient and a lot safer. They are the top-selling electric vehicles in Thailand, Israel, New Zealand, and Singapore. It doesn't look like they will stop anytime soon. They are determined to go beyond and dedicate themselves to giving you more range and faster charging times. Wang's vision is to unite Chinese automakers to demolish the old in a global push under the classic slogan, Chinese Autos. What do you think about this EV giant? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave us a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be consistently updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.